Listen, I'm real perplexed about this. God gave me a dream about the end of the world, and I'm shooken, shaken. I was in tears all morning. I didn't even know if I wanted to share this dream. The world's gonna end, and it didn't look good, and God spoke to me in this dream and showed me a vision of the end times, and it's where we are right now, people. We need to get right. I seen destruction that's coming upon the land. I seen Trump coming back on a white horse of salvation. He's bringing salvation to the nations, guys, and this is just total destruction. And the Lord said 2 weeks from now, this thing shall take place. In 2 weeks you shall see total destruction and famine. And I didn't even want to share it with you. It was so strong. Listen, I know I did a bad job at acting right there, but I want to speak on something really quick. As these people who are coming with all types of dreams about the end of the world and about the end times. And man, as long as I've been a Christian, people are having dreams every week about the end of the world. Some of them even fall into a trap of giving dates. September 29th. I mean, almost like every year there's a date, September 23rd, like every year that goes viral on the internet. Somebody shares a dream, somebody shows some astrological forecast about the end of the world and things like that. But when it comes to having these prophetic dreams from God about the end of the world, I just want to give you a little comfort. The majority of the time, probably all the time, those dreams are not literal. They're not about the end of the world, but they're about the end of your world as you know it. Understanding dream symbolism, you got to know that dreams are symbolic. All throughout the scriptures, God spoke in signs and symbols and riddles, because you have to do the work to figure it out. And it's for those who seek, for those who ask, it's for those who knock. So when you have these types of dreams of great famine and destruction and war and fires and all of this stuff, which we all have, but it's not about the world, it's about our world. You got to understand that. Looking back at Joseph having the dream with the wheat stalks bowing down and his brothers and all of that kind of stuff, that was symbolic. Looking at Pharaoh's dreams, they were symbolic. We go to the book of Acts, and Peter has a dream of this tarp coming down, and what it was a prayer shawl full of all types of animals, and God said, take and eat. And so if he was to interpret that literally, he's like, I don't understand. Eat? What do you mean? And it was something symbolic, and those animals represented people to him. So in the dream state, when you're having these signs of and symbols of so much destruction, for me they come as the things that I'm afraid of, right? And so for me, I dream about snakes, I dream about alligators, I dream about tornadoes. And so those are usually things that we need to get right within our own life, and they're warnings and just things that we've been doing throughout the week. Usually it's within the stuff that you've been dealing with within the last 2 weeks that you're going to dream about in the night. So don't follow those people. Don't retweet their stuff. It's pushing hype and hysteria, and we don't need any more of that. We need truth right now. So when it comes to dreams, man, understand that the dream realm is symbolic, and God speaks through your dreams 100%. That's one of the greatest ways that God speaks to you all throughout the scriptures, was through the dream state. But it's through signs and symbols, and it's usually something going on within your own life. I did a podcast with a lady named Lainey Dolphin. You should check it out. It's about dream symbolism. It blew my mind. Just relating everything back. And so when you have fears and things like that within your own life and your own psyche, that's how they show up to you in your dreams. I give the example of me. When I was a little kid, I had severe nightmares of Chucky and gremlins and critters and all these monsters and stuff that would come for me, because that was how my psyche communicated fear to me, because those were things that I was scared of because I watched those movies. For other people who don't watch those kind of movies, they won't be scared of it. So fear for them would be maybe falling off of their bicycle. That may be the most terrifying dream that they have, falling off in slow motion, knowing it's fixing to hurt when they hit the ground. For me, it was like knowing Jason's finna grab me and try to kill me, because those were the things that I was entertaining. So understanding dream symbolisms and the end of the world and destructions and things like that, you got to understand that it's not about the end of the world, but the end of your world, or the world as you know it. Understanding that you got to do the inner work, and these things come to you in the dream state about things that you need to do, things that you should do, but it's all symbolic. Every now and then you'll get some literal stuff, but I'm telling you, the majority of the time, people come into your life uh, in your dream state, places that you've worked, all types of things show up, but you got to figure out what it represents to you. It's not about that person, you know, whether it's death, whether it's decay, whether it's healing, all types of those things come up, but you got to figure out what they mean, to you. So when those people are saying that they've had dreams about the end of the world and they're writing books on it, listen, it's been ever since I've been a Christian. I've had so many people have dreams about the destruction and the end of the world. I'm talking about since like 1998, I was hearing about this stuff. Great famine upon the land. We need to prepare. We need to put food up. The Lord's coming back, next week, or the Lord's coming back in the year 2000. The Lord's coming back here, 2012. All of these things. Just be vigilant, man. Don't let anything take your peace, especially somebody's, somebody ate pizza before they went to sleep and they had some crazy dreams, and they're sharing it like it's revelation from God. So I think it is revelation, but it's about your own journey and what you're going through. So hope that helps. Peace and shalom. I didn't have a dream about the end of the world. I had a dream about the blessings of the world and how God wants to use you, how God's going to pour out his blessings upon your life. He's going to heal you, set you free, and set your feet upon a solid rock. And those are the dreams that I have, man. They're about getting right. They're about getting those things out of your life, whether it's an addiction, whether it's unconfessed sin, whether it's about an opportunity or a job that you need to take. I mean, all of those things come through. But as far as like God giving you a dream about the destruction of America, the destruction of a nation or the world, you don't see a lot of that stuff. So peace be with you guys. Grace and peace. Shalom.